Welcome to a Flare Corp Media Review. I have here today the Google Pixel Buds. They are the new Bluetooth earbuds made by Google. They are unique in that they are built with the Google Assistant directly integrated into their design. They come in a stylish cloth-feeling case that mimics the cloth aesthetic Google is putting into all of their Made by Google products this year. We'll set those to the side for a moment and keep digging. There are some quick start instructions and the safety warnings. These use USB Type-C to charge and come with an A to C cable. They'll also charge with any of your USB Type-C phone chargers. It's nice to see Google sticking with the C cable on these. Now let's have a look at the inside of the case. It's a little hard to open due to the thin lip. Inside are the buds, which are attached with a cable so that they're not completely wireless. There's an instruction sticker telling you how to wind them back up. I read other reviews of people complaining how hard they are to put back in the case, so the sticker must be for them. The cable has that same cloth feeling as well. In a unique style, Google has chosen to use the cables themselves as the ear size adjustment devices. You just slide the cable up so that it fits snug in your ear to hold the buds in place. Now on to pairing. Google has copied Apple's style of open the box near your phone to start pairing, but I was having a heck of a time with it. When I finally got the phone to try to pair, I had my finger pressed on the push to talk button and managed to crash the Google Assistant. It turns out that my problem was that I didn't have the buds seated correctly in the docking station. The 3 dots should be just one solid blue light to show that they are docked correctly. After checking the included manual, it told me to go online for help instead of actually giving me any useful information itself. So, after doing that, I found out that I could enter pairing mode manually by pressing and holding the hidden button for 3 seconds. From there, it was pretty straightforward with the Google Assistant walking me through everything, including showing me how to wrap the cables again, just in case I couldn't understand the sticker. Here, I'll try my own demonstration with a little freestyle by wrapping the cord the other way around. Once the buds have been paired to your phone, all you have to do is take them out of the case and they will automatically connect to your phone again. There is no way to connect them to the phone or charge them without the case, so don't lose that. The case itself has a battery with enough juice to charge your buds around 3 full times, giving you a total of about 20 hours of listen time before needing to find a USB charger. After my first day with them, I was ready to send them back. I initially bought these because I've been using LG headphones for the past 5 years, different models, and I love them, and I really like the in-ear things. They let me drown noise out at my work. Great, love the sound signature. The only bad thing about these is they're not conducive to exercising. You jog and you get the big thing flopping around. So I bought the Google Pixel Buds hoping for a pair of just nice exercise earphones. In my experience, the only completely wireless headphones that work without one or the other of them dropping out on a frequent basis are the Apple AirPods. But I don't like the hard plastic shell of those, just like I don't like the wired ear pods either. They're just not for me. Plus, I use Android, and while they do work with that, it's not an ideal situation. So I'm completely okay with a pair of headphones having a cable to keep both sides in sync. I just wanted something that was light and stayed in my ears while I ran and lifted weights. So I really just cared about sound quality and fit. And anything else that these things could do were just a bonus on top. So how do they measure up on that metric? In terms of connectivity, they're the best headphones I've had, actually. In my office, I work at a company that does nothing but Apple products. We're talking about 150 devices on Bluetooth, all running at the same time. These can usually get me about 15 feet from my desk before they start cutting out. With these, I was actually able to get to about 25 feet, so I was very impressed with the connectivity of these. In terms of sound quality, they are definitely not as rich as completely in-ear buds. I don't care for over-the-ears, they're just not comfortable to me, and on-ears. I like the buds, and so I've gotten very used to them. So there is a bit of an issue because they sit on the outside of your ear, and you can definitely hear outside noises. In terms of sound, it is a little veiled. The mids aren't quite there. Bass is adequate, and the uppers are not tinny, which is great, but the middle to high range just kind of sounds like it has a veil on it. I like symphonic rock, which has violins and female vocals, and those just aren't as crystal clear as I'm used to. Now on to fit. It's not that difficult to get in there, and because it's so soft and flexible, if you don't have it quite right, the cable will just kind of bend around a little bit. So the fit isn't bad, and they definitely stay in your ear. I have jogged with these, I've lifted weights, I've laid on my back, I've done sit-ups. They're not going anywhere, but they are big. You may have noticed I have my tragus pierced here. And so anything that sits too far on the outside of my ear bumps into that quite uncomfortably. And after the first day, I had kind of a headache going on because of all that pressure. I've since kind of gotten used to it. There's still not something I want in my ears all the time, unlike these in-ear silicone ones. But especially for a 2-hour-long workout session, no problem at all. But it took me a couple days to realize that. So after the first day, the pain, I was not very happy with them. So that leads me on to my biggest complaint that's still an issue, and that's the volume. I listen to Google Music, which is my streaming music provider of choice. Google, the one that makes these, and at the absolute lowest setting of volume, these are too quiet. One notch up, just one notch, and it's so loud that I almost feel like I'm damaging my ears. It's fine for when I'm walking outside or lifting weights, but sitting in my office, I have two choices. I have too quiet, and then I have loud and uncomfortably loud. And unfortunately, it's not like these where the volume on the phone is one set of volume, and then you have another set of volume here for more granular control. So you can turn it down a notch on the phone and raise it up on here slightly. No, this is you change the volume on the phone, or you change the volume on this, and they're mirrored. And that was the issue that was going to make me send these back. I went onto the Pixel Buds forum and saw that other people were experiencing the same problems. It seemed to me, holy crap, if this is just the second notch, what the heck are all the rest of the notches for on these? No one could possibly listen to music that loud. So I kept using them to finish out my review. But then I realized that not all the apps were as loud as the other ones. YouTube sounded perfectly fine. I actually had to turn it up to midway up the volume chart. Audible also sounded fine. So what was going on? Well, it's hard to quite say. I did test Spotify and downloaded music as well. And I think anything that has a high enough sound floor or quality enough sound floor is loud in these. Other things, YouTube definitely compresses things. I don't know. Not as loud. And so I don't know if it's a bug. It definitely seems like something that could be worked out. So I submitted a bug report, and hopefully that'll get remedied in the future. But I realized as I was walking around outside playing with the assistant that I did need it louder. So the only time that was uncomfortable was sitting at my desk in my quiet office. So now we have uncomfortable, too loud, and a veiled mid. So why do I still have them? Well, the final thing that I haven't talked about, the thing that I didn't even care about when I set out to use them, that Google Assistant. That's one of my favorite things on my phone, is just the squeeze to start talking to the assistant. I've recently gotten 2 Google Homes in my house, So I can just say, "Okay, Google. Hi."
Hey, I'm having the craziest day. I just learned that bananas are curved because they grow towards the sun.
Who knew? So I definitely love having that. My watch also has the Google Assistant on it to a limited degree.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that yet.
But having her in your ear all the time is something that I just got a kick out of. So to use the assistant, all you have to do is press and hold and start talking immediately. It's like lightning fast. There's no Google command word. So you just do, "What's the weather today?" I hope you heard that. Just that fast. She instantly responds. These are more based on the home model of the assistant, where it doesn't think that it's tied to your phone. If you say, "Play so-and-so on Netflix," it won't automatically start playing on your phone. It'll be like, "What device do you want me to use?" Which is exactly what the home uses. Whereas if you did that on the phone, say, "Play blah, blah, blah" on YouTube, it would start playing right on your phone because it knows it has a screen. The big thing that really won me over was later on at the grocery store. I would get a chime because my friend would send me a message on Google Hangouts, and it would just chime and say, "New message from so-and-so." If you double tap, she'll read you what it says, and if you don't double tap, she'll just ignore it. And so she'll read you what is said, and then if you press and hold, you can reply, and she'll send it off. And so I was able to just walk around the grocery store carrying on a conversation with my friend while I shopped, phone in the pocket. He'd send something, I'd double tap, I'd hear it, I'd press and hold, I'd reply, and it was just that easy. And so I really wish these were more comfortable because she gives you little messages all the time, much like you get on your watch, but just having the audio just is lightly in your ear telling you, "You have a meeting in 5 minutes." Things like that is so great. And I find myself, when I'm wearing these more comfortable ones, wishing I had Google Assistant, a button to push on these, or that she would tell me through those as well. And so because I liked it so much, it caused me to keep playing with it. I got used to the uncomfortableness. I figured out the sound volume issue. It's not resolved, but hopefully there'll be a firmware patch in the future. And so as a first gen product, there are some issues, and they're not perfect. But if you are like me and like the Google Assistant, and you want something that's going to stay in your ears while you work out, and you aren't the biggest audiophile, these might be worth checking out. So I'll have a link in the description for where you can buy a pair of your own. I definitely think they're worth giving a try if it's stuff you're interested in. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up so other people can find the video, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our other product reviews, cooking shows, or whatever else we do. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time. Bye.